We all know great leaders are good listeners. They ask for feedback, they act on it, but here's the problem. When you pivot too quickly, it can actually damage your credibility with your team. If you're changing your mind that fast, how much thought did you put into your original position? Your team doesn't want a leader who flip-flops between positions. That suggests you're missing a framework for making informed, considered decisions. When you change course too easily, you don't look responsive. You look like you're either trying to appease people or you didn't think it through in the first place. And that's when trust starts to crack. There's a well-known pattern with a certain world leader. He's famous for changing his position quickly, sometimes dramatically, based on whoever spoke to him last. One meeting, one opinion, next meeting, different advisor, new position. Whether you see that as flexibility or inconsistency, it has undermined his credibility. People stopped taking his decisions as seriously. Now, you're probably not making geopolitical calls, but the same principle applies in everyday leadership moments. I learned this from a US sales training years ago. The 3-second pause. When someone asks you a question, even if you know the answer, pause for 3 seconds before responding. Why? Because it signals something powerful. I'm actually thinking about what you just said. That pause builds trust. It shows respect. It makes people feel heard. Answer too fast, and it makes you look reactive, like you're just checking a box or saying something to please the listener. New research from Cornell University backs this up. A new study looked at how employees responded when leaders made rapid changes after receiving feedback. When leaders changed their behavior too quickly, employees viewed it as inauthentic. They described it as disingenuous and suspicious. But when leaders made gradual improvements, employees called it thoughtful and said that it showed personal growth. The researchers ran 3 studies with over 3,000 participants. Every time, the pattern held. Fast changes equals shallow. Gradual changes equals genuine. And there was a twist. When leaders moved too fast, employees were less likely to offer feedback again because they didn't believe it would lead to real change. So here's what you do. When you get feedback, resist the urge to fix it immediately. Instead, do this. Step 1, acknowledge it. Thanks for raising that. Let me think about how we can address it properly. Step 2, take time to reflect. A day, a week, whatever's realistic for the issue at hand. Step 3, communicate your process. I've been thinking about what you said. Here's what I'm going to change, and here's why it'll probably take a few weeks to roll out properly. You don't need to be slow, you just need to be thoughtful. Because when people see you taking the time to get it right, they trust that the change is real. And that's when feedback becomes a conversation, not a complaint.